Roman Reigns once again calls Seth Rollins his little brother, and boy, does Seth Rollins keep looking like a jamoke through this entire storyline. A couple weeks ago, Roman obliterated Seth in the World Heavyweight title in a promo. I mean, he went all in. He was telling him zingers like he was wearing his wife's clothes. He talked about working less than him and still making more money than him. And everyone you beat, I beat first. Which, by the way, that could have been fixed in one line. All you had to do was have Seth come out and have this response. Yes, you and I beat the same people, and maybe you beat them first, but you've never beaten me before. So who's the real little brother? And that's it. Short, sweet, and it shuts Roman up. That's all that needed to be. But instead, it didn't go that way. Instead, Roman and Rock have been embarrassing this guy left and right. Seth, probably more so than Cody, needs to have a comeback because come WrestleMania, this guy will be closer to the Earth's core because of how deep The Rock and Roman Reigns have buried this poor sap. It's also on Seth. I mean, look, the guy really needs to stop coming out dressed like Elton John. And he needs to come out meaning business. I personally can't take him seriously looking like that when he's trying to be serious. Like Cody on Raw this week, let the gloves come off for Seth. No more PG-era comedy, no more borrowing from Lady Gaga's wardrobe, and no more of that witch's laugh or that chain smoker laugh, whatever you want to call it. Right? Just come out, blister The Rock and Roman Reigns. And look, I can understand one thing. Seth isn't the world's greatest promo. I get that. But anything is better than the verbal spanking that this guy has been taking. I mean, it is embarrassing that your second top world champion has been taking this much of a spanking and hasn't been able to respond with anything. Cody is one thing. Cody's the challenger. But Seth is one of their world champions. He should have been responding by now. He should have had better comebacks by now. So, maybe this leads to Seth inevitably turning on Cody. Who knows, right? This is the good thing about this year's WrestleMania is just how unpredictable the story is and where it's going to go. I still think we're going to get The Rock turning on Roman Reigns to be a double agent this entire time. I think that would make the most sense, given how the story began and how it's going so far. We'll see how that goes. But who knows? Because if all of this happens, and Seth Rollins, for whatever reason, doesn't get a single remark back at Roman, then I mean, essentially this guy just looks like an absolute sap. Like I mentioned earlier, he's just a complete sap. If he can't let the gloves come off and completely pick apart Roman and The Rock. I do think that if he is going to come back, then he better come back hard.